Good afternoon and good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and CoffeeStream number 287. And it is Thanksgiving for my American viewers, and I would like to wish all of you a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys get to have some great food, that your time with your family is happy and not frustrating and aggravating. And I just hope that everybody has a great day. I just want to say that despite not celebrating Canadian Thanksgiving. Sorry, I'm fixing my mic. Sorry about that. I don't celebrate American Thanksgiving, obviously, because Canadians have Thanksgiving in October. But I would just like to say that I am thankful for all of you awesome viewers and supporters and subscribers. You guys kick ass, and I just want to thank all of you for hanging out with me every day. So happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I don't have my camera on today because I am in a shit ton of pain and I feel kind of crappy. So, sorry for the lack of camera today, guys. But, yeah, I'm just not feeling camera ready, shall we say. But I do have a good amount of news. Let's see how many tabs I've got open here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tabs. So, we have a good amount of news. Hello, Zombie Teddy. Thank you. Zombie Teddy says, hi, Blind Press. Thank you. Hope you get to feeling better. Well, thank you very much, Zombie Teddy. I do appreciate that. So let's see. Turkeys are dumb. Gonna take. Let's see. Duck Dog says turkeys are dumb. Gonna take the pig off in a second. Mac and cheese, so big, they had to bake it in a kiln. Lemon meringue, key lime, and butter tart. Pies. Oh, that sounds amazing, Duck Dog. Just about to start my turkey, says Grillin' Pirate Pete. That sounds amazing. See, I love having, I consider a good Christmas or Thanksgiving meal to be if I get the choice of having ham or turkey or both. If I get to have turkey and ham in one meal, I am fucking happy as a pig in shit. You throw in scalloped potatoes with some cheese on top and some bacon and some onion. Holy fuck, that's a great dinner. Yeah, I love, like, we go to Pincalo's family for Christmas dinner, and they're Portuguese. So we get turkey and Portuguese sausage that is generally handmade by Pincalo's uncle. And we get scalloped potatoes done with piment, which is a really, really nice spicy sauce. And of course, there's cheese buns, and all of this shit is homemade. It is so good. It is, oh my god. You're making the ham and scalloped potatoes. Cult of Krill. Oh, yummy. I'm roasting pheasants, says Zombie Teddy. I still have an hour to go on them. Went hunting last weekend. Oh, fun. That sounds really good, actually. I've actually never had pheasant. My grandparents Wow, internet. Come on. Jesus Christ. Come on. Really? There we go. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. My stupid modem. My stupid internet. We need to replace the modem, I think, is what the problem is. But the problem is at the moment we are a little bit more worried about getting Pinkalo's new car figured out. So, yeah, I do apologize for that. We're having a big our modem is kind of taking a shit. So, we need to get that sorted out. So, we have our first story here. We're jumping right into the ridiculousness here with our first news article. And as Nightbot it says, donate to help my eyes grow back and replace these ping pong balls. Streamlabs.com/blind press. All right. And Fury Kitten, if you happen to be listening, I believe it's you that donated to the GoFundMe. I would like to thank you for the $5 donation to the GoFundMe that came in after the stream yesterday. That I appreciate that very much. Whiskey is here, and so is the fourth man. The pig is coming off, and the crowd is going to be getting here in about 20 minutes. Have a great stream. Why, thank you, Duck Dog. Thank you very much. Have a very happy Thanksgiving. Mr. Dax, welcome. So this story, the headline is, Group of French Lawmakers Wants to Ban Black Friday Sales. And, of course, we have the obligatory picture of a man with a TV shopping at a Best Buy for Black Friday. So here we go.
Paris. Some French lawmakers want to ban Black Friday, the post-Thanksgiving sales event that has morphed into a global phenomenon.
Of course they do. And I haven't read this article, but I am going to guess that because of the name, that's why they want it banned. Oh, thank you, RVA. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
A legislative committee passed an amendment Monday that proposes prohibiting Black Friday since it causes resource waste and overconsumption.
Wow. Okay. Are we all Jesuits now with vows of poverty? I'm confused. Oh, hello, Grant Sanford, and he says happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and to Chat and their family. Very nice of you. Black Friday is racist, says Dectran, and it's apparently wasteful and capitalist.
The amendment, put forward by France's former Environment Minister Delphine Batho, will be debated in the National Assembly next month. France's e-commerce union has condemned it.
Of course they have. Yeah, we've all taken vows of poverty. We must all adhere to this. French people are alcoholics, says Dectran. Yeah.
Separately, the ecological transition minister, Elizabeth Bourne, criticized Thursday the commercial event on Europe 1 radio for creating traffic jams, pollution, and gas emissions.
Okay, it's only Black Friday that causes gas emissions and pollution and traffic jams. So get rid of it right now, you capitalist polluting bastards. I am too much of a capitalist pig, says Pinkalo. Same.
She added that she would support Black Friday if it helped small French businesses, but said it mostly benefits large online retailers.
Uh-huh. How do you expect Black Friday to help French businesses? Or I should say small French businesses. I don't understand.
French climate activists are planning a Black Friday demonstration Friday.
A Black Friday demonstration, huh? And what do you plan on doing? Besides getting in the way of everybody wanting their deals on their goods and therefore getting trampled to death. Have fun!
Advertisement. Use of this website assumes acceptance of.
I think that's the end of the article, actually. It is indeed. So, that's a great way to dip our toes into the ridiculous world of ridiculousness. Oh, look, here's more silliness. More silliness. And I think I found this one, actually, on Facebook. Let's see here. St. Francis Xavier student says she's offended by Brian Mulrooney plaque. Gets apology from university. Now, I know Brian Mulrooney was a piece of shit. Wait, I thought voiceover was pronouncing it wrong, and I just thought it was Black Friday, and voiceover fucked up. It actually is Block Friday. Wow. Yeah, now they're really gonna die. If they plan on blocking the doors and blocking people having access to sales, yeah, goodbye. Goodbye, protesters. Have fun. The French are also postmodernists, says Dectran. That is true. So I do understand that Brian Mulrooney was a bad prime minister, but like, really, you're gonna be offended by a plaque? Like it or not, he was our prime minister, and he does, get a plaque. And the subheading says, to those of you who we have offended, please accept my sincere apology on behalf of St. Francis Xavier University. The president of St. FX said. It's a plaque, for crying out loud. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Here we go. Oh, we have an editor's note from November 28th. So today says, where is it here? It says, in an email to the National Post, a spokesperson for Brian Mulroney said he was traveling and will not attend to any interview. Okay, so I guess they reached out to him for an interview. If you haven't done anything wrong, do not apologize, says Mr. Thaks. I agree with you. If Kim Campbell can get a fucking plaque, Mulroney can have one too, says Pincalo. Yep. She may have only been prime minister for 9 months, but she was still prime minister. So let's see here.
The president of St. Francis Xavier University has apologized to those offended by a plaque in the Brian Mulroney Institute of Government that includes a quote from the former prime minister's father.
Okay, so it's the Brian Mulroney Institute. So it's a building probably donated by or funded by him, like a private donation. And so it includes a quote from from Brian Mulroney's father. So it's a plaque in the. So we've got a plaque commemorating basically the donation or the funding of this building. Why are you only offended by the plaque and not the name of the building? I'm confused. You're okay with visiting the Brian Mulroney Institute of Government, but God forbid there should be a plaque there. Okay, carry on.
The quote, based on a conversation Mulroney had with his father Benedict in 1955, reads, "The only way out of a paper mill town is through a university door."
I don't think I like that. All this because one wacko is offended, says Grillin' Pirate Pete. Yep. This is what's going to happen when Trump's National Library gets input. Every president has one. Yep.
At the time, a young Mulroney was planning to seek an apprenticeship at the mill in Bacomo, where his father worked as electrician, but the elder Mulroney was opposed to the idea and encouraged his son to attend St. Thaks.
Oh, look! So not only is this university Mulroney's alma mater, so he's donated money for a hall or a room or I should say building, which is very common. So he gets the building named after him and a plaque, and this student is reeing over the plaque. Just the plaque, mind you. Just the plaque, not the fact that the student was physically in the Brian Mulroney Institute of Government. Just that there was a plaque there. I guess I guess, you know, as long as there's no visible reminder that it's a Brian Mulroney building, that you're okay with it. But as soon as you get a visible reminder, you're like, oh my God, no! Why? Brian Mulroney, ew! Like, I'm very... And don't get me wrong, I think Brian Mulroney was a crappy prime minister. But he has a right to donate to his alma mater, and they have a right to put up a plaque saying thank you. I don't... I really don't get it here.
Brian Mulroney, who graduated from the university in 1959, recalled the conversation in speeches he delivered when plans for the institute were announced in October 2016 and again last September when the facility was officially opened. Story continues. frame. However, one of the Nova Scotia University's former students recently posted a message on Facebook saying she was offended by the plaque because it appears to devalue tradespeople and creates the impression that mill towns are impoverished and embarrassing.
Well, it does, but you have to take it as historical context. You have to look at the historical context and the way that parents, you have to understand there was a lot of injury and a lot of, this was before there was unions. This was before, trade unions and benefits and all this stuff. So there was a lot of injury in mills and mines and factories. There was ridiculous working conditions. There were ridiculous working hours. And honestly, Mulrooney's dad was probably just trying to look out for him. It is not, being in a trade back in the 50s, it was nowhere near like being in a trade now. And to pretend that historically was not a thing is not a helpful or correct way of thinking. You have to understand the historical context of that. Most parents would have wanted their kids to go on to university back then because they didn't want their kids to end up working horrible working conditions and possibly losing hands or limbs or lives. They wanted better for their kids. Every parent wants better for their kids, right? So of course Brian Mulrooney's dad's going to say something like that. He was working in a mill. He knew what the fuck he was talking about. So I don't know. You just grow up. Grow up. Seriously. And honestly, student, are you going to work in a trade? I highly doubt it.
As a social worker in training, I need to speak out against oppression and discrimination, Megan Murray Landry said in a post that is addressed to St. Thaks.
As a social worker in training, you need to speak out against oppression. Wow. What are you going to do when you're actually a social worker and you're dealing with a kid whose parents are beating the shit out of them? Are you going to virtue signal like that? Or are you going to do your fucking job?
There is nothing wrong with factory work, but for those with the aptitude and ambition for something more, education is the key.
Okay, that's just about as dismissive of tradespeople as you say that quote is, because what do you mean the aptitude for something more? You think tradespeople are fucking stupid and they don't have an aptitude for things? That's pretty fucking shitty of you to say. You think that tradespeople don't have aptitude for what they do? That's okay.
Semicolon. Link. Share.php.
Sorry, let me just jump through this.
Just because post-secondary education is your idea of success, that doesn't mean that it's everybody else's. Living in a paper mill town is not an obstacle that you need to overcome.
Oh my God, get over yourself. More like socialist in training, says Dectran. Yeah, I think you've hit that one on the head. This article is dumb, this writer is dumb, and this student is retarded, says Pincalo. Agreed. Let's see here.
Landry, who is originally from Cape Breton, argued that tradespeople play an important role in the economy, and she said a paper mill has provided her with employment for 4 years, and well-paying jobs for her father and her partner.
Good for them and good for you.
I'm sure you are aware that a ton of your students hail from paper mill families, and I bet you the majority of them feel 100% no shame in that. Instead of encouraging people to leave their hometowns, why don't you teach them valuable tools that make them want to stay?
They are! You dumbass! Holy crap. I don't have a college degree and I'm very close to 6 figures. And no college debt. Yeah. Experience will always trump education. Every always, all the time. Learning another job is better than learning at school. Yeah. Starting to sound like the elite attitude, like the original reporter that wrote the original Learn to Code article. Yeah.
Kevin Wamsley, the president of the university, issued a statement Friday saying he will be reviewing the issue with the university's executive council, a move that was welcomed by Landry.
Of course he will.
Wamsley, who grew up on a farm in southwestern Ontario, said the university is proud of Northern Nova Scotia's rural heritage, and he stressed that the institution encourages students to take pride in working and residing in the area. See also.
So, in other words, I've been yelled at by one student, and therefore I'm going to capitulate. Because why the hell not, right? Because you're supposed to get out of your hometown if you can get out of your hometown, says Pincalo. See the world, learn the world. All of these climate change activists are causing these people not to be able to do that. Yeah? Hi, Moonshock. He says, I'm at a family reunion, but you're all family. So I figured I'd come wish you Thanksgiving no matter what. Happy Thanksgiving no matter what country you're in. Well, thank you, Moonshock, and I hope you're having a good day with your family. So let's take a look at this story. This is from Gunfox. So Trump to designate Mexican drug cartels as terrorists. Good. Good. That took long enough. A reporter who has never had a trade job, never had a trade worker in or family feels or feels that they have a right to be angry on their behalf. Yep. College is just for partying nowadays. Oh my God. You have no idea how many times when I was when I was in university, how many times I heard on my way to class, oh, I'm not going to go today. You know, mom and dad pay for this. I don't fucking care. Like, I've actually heard them say that. I've heard students say that. It was so frustrating. It was so frustrating to hear. Hello, Wikipedia snippet. Diesel Dave says, I paid $5,000 a few 20 years ago for truck driving school and make a comfortable living. Well, there you go. Let's see. Who Wikipedia snippet says a very expensive party. Yep. Very true.
The U.S. will legally designate Mexican drug cartels as terrorist groups, President Donald Trump says.
As they should.
The move would enable a wider scope of U.S. action. Mr. Trump also said he had told Mexico the U.S. was ready to go in and clear out the cartels.
Okay, what do you mean go in? You want to go into Mexico?
In response, Mexico's foreign minister said his country would not allow any violation of national sovereignty.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you could go in and do that. I like, if they do anything on American soil, that's one thing, but you can't go into Mexico and clear out the cartels. Pincalo says, I guarantee whoever that student or reporter is, they have soft hands, very soft hands. Yep. And Mr. Goatman says, but not Antifa? Apparently not. Apparently not.
Earlier this month, Mr. Trump vowed to wage war on the drug cartels after a deadly attack on U.S. citizens in Mexico.
Okay, but that's not an active war. I'm sorry. You can't go into Mexico, no matter how brutal that attack was. You cannot go into Mexico because of one attack on civilians. That's no.
The victims, 3 women and 6 children who were Mormons of dual U.S.-Mexican nationality, were killed in an ambush while traveling through a remote area of northern Mexico on November 4th. List 3 items. Block link, end of link. Officials said it may have been a case of mistaken identity, but relatives of the victims said the killers must have known whom they were targeting.
It doesn't matter. You still can't go into Mexico. We could if they asked for our help. Yes. If Mexico said, hey, US, we need your help, but the states cannot arbitrarily just Mr. Trump, the Fox, the zombie teddy. Yeah, I know. Oh, might change my mind on this one, says Grill and Pirate Pete. Sounds like they might be classifying them as terrorists to excuse attacks like Obama's drone attacks in other nations. Oh, yeah. I could see that.
After the attack, you link the victims' community, saying they are terrorists and it's time. Link the victims' community, the Liberals, petition the White House to list the cartels as terror groups, saying they are terrorists and it's time to acknowledge it.
Okay, but again, you can't go into Mexico unless the Mexican government asks for your help. The cartels control Mexico. That's true.
Media caption: President Trump, page 07. Trump media president, end of me heading level 2. What did Trump say? Conservative media figure Bill O'Reilly asked President Trump on Tuesday whether he was going to designate the cartels as terror groups and start hitting them with drones.
Oh. Well, that's a blatant question.
The president said, they will be designated. I have been working on that for the last 90 days. You know, designation is not that easy. You have to go through a process, and we are well into the process.
Okay, designating them as terrorists is one thing. But the drones?
He added that he had told Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador that the U.S. was willing to launch operations against the cartels inside Mexico.
Okay, no, you can't do that. And they're an ally. They're an ally and a trade partner. You can't fucking do that, you moron. Come on. Come on, Trump. I know I don't like you very much. I don't think you're that smart, but you're not this dumb. Come on. Seriously. You cannot do this. Hello, Irate. Happy Turkey Day to you too, sir. Oops.
I've already offered him to let us go in and clean it out, and he so far has rejected the offer, but at some point something has to be done, Mr. Trump said.
That's not okay. You've offered him to go and clean it out. That's not how this works. I mean, what's the Mexican military going to do about it if we do? Well, see, it's not what they can do or what they would do. It's the fact that you guys already fucked up in Iraq. Okay? You guys, Bush really shouldn't have done what he did in Iraqi freedom. Okay? Especially when he didn't have the backing of, like, no, everyone else was like, no, you can't do that. Right? And he was like, you're with us or you're against us. And he went on ahead. But the U.S. has, it would be political and diplomatic and international suicide for the U.S. to just roll into Mexico and squash the cartels, because the cartels would not go without a fight, and there would be massive civilian casualties, because the cartels would just go, okay, US, fine, you want to come in here and do this shit? We're going to slaughter all the civilians to make you look even worse. That is exactly what they would do. And then all of those deaths would be on the US's hands, and the whole rest of the world would sit back and go, wow, again. You guys did it again. Yeah, who's the cartel's biggest customer again? That's another good point, Louis Couture. But yeah, this to just roll in arbitrarily to Mexico would be absolutely retarded. Especially after, I mean, Trump hasn't done, like, Trump hasn't been a terrible president, right? But he hasn't been the best president. Okay, he's been kind of middle ground, but he's done good things for the economy, right? He was the president that actually got to have diplomatic talks with North Korea. And for him, if he goes into Mexico without a request for help, he will throw everything away, everything that he has gained. That would be the best way for the Dems to win, if he decided to go into Mexico, because a whole bunch of Republican voters would probably be going, I don't like that. So I think that would be absolutely a phenomenally bad idea for him to go into Mexico like that. So let's see here what this would mean.
When a group is designated as a terrorist organization in the U.S., it becomes illegal for people in the U.S. to knowingly offer support. Its members are also banned from entering the U.S. If they are already in the U.S., they face being deported.
So, are you guys going to vet all the illegal drugs in the country? Because, technically, wouldn't buying illegal drugs supplied by the cartels be supporting the cartels? Well, I guess you wouldn't knowingly be supporting the cartels, but still.
List 3 items. And if financial institutions discover they have funds connected to the group, they are required to block the money and alert the U.S. Treasury Department. Some analysts suggest that the designation could affect the supply of weapons to the cartels from the U.S. Media caption 3. Page 03 end of meet earlier this year. Link. A U.S. government study traced more than 150,000 firearms. including assault rifles back from Mexican criminals to gun shops and factories in the U.S.
Well then, supplying of guns to the cartels from the U.S. Imagine my shock.
Under anti-terror laws, those who purchase the guns in the U.S. for the cartels could face much heavier penalties. Other analysts suggest such a designation could complicate possible Mexican government negotiations with cartels as well as efforts by U.S. agencies and NGOs to support peace moves. Heading level 2. How has Mexico responded? Foreign Minister Marcelo Ebrard said Mexico had made clear to the U.S. its rejection of any violation of its sovereignty. He also said Mexico was committed to tackling transnational organized crime.
Well then, sounds like a cat just knocked something down. That was a very loud thump. Like, if I didn't know any better, I'd say Pincalo fell down the stairs, but Pincalo's not home. So, yeah. Wonder what happened out there. Yeah, I am gonna go check really quick, you guys. Let me plug this in. Let me plug in my headphones. I'm gonna quickly mute myself, and I'll be right back. Pincalo, did you move the cooler? Because it's not on the washing machine. And, yeah. I had to pick up the laundry soap off of the floor. Nothing. Thankfully, the laundry soap did not spill. But yeah, the cooler is not on the washing machine. The laundry soap was on the floor. And I can't find any cats, so something scared them. The cooler was behind it on top of the dryer, so... Oh, shit. Sorry guys, let me quickly go check again. I'm just gonna quickly... Jordy! Jordy cat! Sorry about this, guys. Ugh. I can't find Jordy, but the cooler did fall. Oh shit, and I left my phone on the fucking table. How am I supposed to read chat without my fucking phone? Ugh. Grrr. Welcome to the stream of stops and starts. Okay, let's continue on, shall we? It would kill the black market, yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Let's carry on here. Well, I hope Jordy's okay. He probably just got scared. I don't hear any meowing, and I can't find him. So, I hope he's okay. All right. So, let's see here. So, French farmers clog highways to protest agribashing. Agribashing? Really? What the fuck is agribashing? They probably went... Let's see. They probably ran and went inside one of the couches. Yeah, probably. You're not wrong. Let's see here. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, there might be a video. There is a video. Is it going to let me play it? Oh, it's an ad. Of course. Fuck it. Okay, we're going to forget about that. All right.
This up to 1,000 tractors rolled into the city from the north and south, at times blocking motorways and the inner ring road, honking horns and flying the flags of the two main farm unions staging the protest. This video.
Oh, great. Couches are evil. No, they're not. Bashing agriculture. Yes. Yes, bashing agriculture. You heard, you are correct.
This video will resume in the city center. Farmers threw hay across the Buddy-Klein Champs-Élysées Avenue and occupied the lanes headed toward the Place de la Concorde Square. Riot police urged the farmers to disperse.
They threw hay all over the Champs-Élysées. Oh boy.
Advertisement. Third party Macron. Third Macron, answer us, say farmers. Read one banner carried by a tractor rolling down the A1 auto route. Farmers' unions demanded a meeting with Macron to express grievances over policies that they say are hurting agriculture and threatening their livelihoods, such as the phasing out of the common weed killer glyphosate. They did not obtain the meeting, but after talks with Agriculture Minister Didier Guillaume at the end of the day, the unions said they would meet Prime Minister Edouard Philippe on December 3rd and called for a suspension of the action.
Well, let's see. The French are so dramatic. They are. They really are. The French are slightly ridiculous.
Loading ad. So busy.
Come on.
Big busy. Big busy. Expand image slideshow button.
Fucking. So we've got pictures of tractors and all this wonderful stuff.
We have made some progress. We will now tell the farmers where we stand, and we ask for the action to be suspended, Christine Lambert, head of the main FNSEA union, told reporters. A food law passed by Macron's government, which aimed to give farmers a fair share of profits, has failed to dispel their discontent over modest revenues.
Well, yeah, because everybody's shitting on farmers. The climate change. Farming is evil. Climate change. Ugh.
Guillaume defended the government's record, saying the law would help once it had more time to have an impact. City dwellers and environmentalists should stop denigrating farmers, he told Europe 1 Radio. Advertisement.
They should.
Heading left, the protest was similar to a blockade carried out by Irish farmers in Dublin on Wednesday, although the two events were not coordinated.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that Ireland was having a similar issue.
Macron, 41, has faced discontent against his social and economic reform agenda across French society.
Well, yeah.
His government last week announced emergency financing in a failed attempt to head off further hospital strikes, and has been negotiating with unions over pension reform ahead of nationwide transport strikes on December 5th.
Wow. Nationwide transport
This
strikes.
video will resume.
Well done, Macron. Well done. You are doing such a good job. Such a good job. Well done. Let's see. Farmer strike. Yep. Yep, farmer strike. All right. So here's something that's been pissing people like Alyssa Milano off. So we've got the Farmington University, the fake university that's been basically catching illegal immigrants and arresting them. So this is apparently a problem to people like Alyssa Milano. So let's see here. What's the headline here? The headline is, where is it? Headline. Wow, this is a long story. Okay, so we have a video that we're not going to read, or yes, a video that we are not going to read because somehow you read a video. So the headline here says, ICE arrests 90 more foreign students at fake university created by DHS in Michigan. So here we go. Let's get through here. All right, here we go.
Detroit about. Link. 90 additional foreign students at a fake university in Metro Detroit created by the Department of Homeland Security have been arrested in recent months.
Good.
A total of about 250 students have now been arrested since January on immigration violations by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement as part of a link sting operation by federal agents.
And if you read Alyssa Milano's tweet, you will think that it was 250 at once. Alyssa Milano also said, wait. Oh, Alyssa Milano also said that Tony Danza raped her on the set of Who's the Boss. Oh, of course he did. Of course.
Who enticed foreign-born students, mostly from India, to attend the school that marketed itself as offering graduate programs in technology and computer studies, according to ICE officials.
They enticed the students. Yes, it was entrapment.
Many of those arrested have been deported, while others are contesting their removals. One has been allowed to stay after being granted lawful permanent resident status by an immigration judge. The students had arrived legally in the U.S. on student visas, but since the University of Farmington was later revealed to be a creation of federal agents, they lost their immigration status after it was, your current link, shut down in January. The school was staffed with undercover agents posing as university officials. A senseless waste of taxpayer money.
But if their visas were legal but had expired and they were attending this university, I just got here and the first thing I hear is that Tony Danza raped someone. No, Alyssa Milano just said that he did. Trump is also cutting funding to sanctuary cities, says Dectran. Yes, he is.
Link. Under Trump policies, immigrants, the building that was link. Under Trump policies, immigrants are waiting years for court hearings. The building that was used as the fake Farmington University campus by the federal government seen on Thursday, February 7, 2019, in Farmington Hills, Michigan. Image. The building, out of the approximately 250 students arrested on administrative charges, nearly 80% were granted voluntary departure and departed the United States, the Detroit Office of ICE's Homeland Security Investigations told the Free Press in a statement Tuesday.
Well, there you go. What's the big deal? Entrapment complaints. Yeah.
Of the remaining 20%, about half have received a final order of removal. Some were ordered removed by an immigration judge, and others were given an expedited removal by U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Detroit said. The remaining 10% have either filed for some sort of relief or are contesting their removals with Executive Office for Immigration Review, Detroit said. You are currently...
Well, there you go. So you're doing what you should be doing.
On a tech link. View gallery. I said in March that 161 students had been arrested, a number that has now grown to about 250.
Okay.
Meanwhile, 7 of the 8 recruiters who were criminally charged with trying to recruit students have pleaded guilty and been sentenced in Detroit. The remaining defendants will be sentenced in January.
So this was they were probably just trying to catch those guys.
Attorneys for the students arrested said that they were unfairly trapped by the U.S. government since the Department of Homeland Security had said on its website that the university was legitimate. An accreditation agency that was working with the U.S. on its sting operation also listed the university as legitimate.
It's a sting operation, dude. What do you expect? Let's see.
Advertisement. Advertise third. End of advertise more.
And I think that's the end of that article. So yeah, entrapment complaints are the big issue here. So we're about to get back into the silliness. Let's wait for this to load up here. Come on, Safari. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Come on. Why are you being busy? I don't need you to be busy. You're a computer program. What do you have to do? Okay, here we go. So this says, terrified hairdresser locks herself in loo, because this is a British article, as creep unzips trousers. And her name is Ella Barker. And she says that the man asked, "Can I have you?" And she heard the man unzipping his trousers while she was locked inside a public toilet. So let's take a gander at this article. They left out that the university was open during the Obama administration, says Pinkalo. And they implemented all of these things prior to 2015 when the university was opened. That's a good point. That's a very good point. So let's jump through here. Jump through the links and extraneous material here. All right, here we go.
A traumatized hairdresser says she locked herself in a public loo to escape a creep who followed her, asked for sex, and unzipped his trousers.
Traumatized voiceover, not traumatized.
Ella Barker was terrified when she noticed a man watching her as she walked into the women's toilets in Swaddling Coketown Centre in Derbyshire following her shift at a barber's.
Swaddling Coketown, huh? Is that like North Kilt Town? Second piece of pie, third cup of coffee.
The man followed her and asked, "Can I do you?" before she
locked herself inside. Oh, can I do you, not
cubicle.
Can I have you? Okay.
You are currently Miss Barker, who is in her early 20s, told Link, Derbyshire Live. You are current that the man kept asking, "Do you want to have sex? And can I join you?" as he stood outside the door.
Do you want to have sex? Can I join you? That just sounds wrong. Like, even creepy people, that just doesn't sound like the thing that someone would say. I don't know.
Trapped inside, she yelled at him to leave and then contacted the police and her boyfriend's mum for help. A suspect, who was believed to have mental health problems, was later located by police and let off with a warning.
Let him off with a warning, huh? Yeah, tell the crazy man to stop being crazy. That'll work. That'll work real well.
Miss Barker says she heard the man unzipping his trousers outside the cubicle. Image, Derby Telegraph, loading. Miss Barker.
Come on.
End of Miss Barker, from Melbourne in Derbyshire, said, "When I was walking into the toilets, he said to me, 'Can I do you?' But I just completely ignored him, thinking he was trying to be funny, and I walked into the ladies. I locked the door and put my umbrella on the hook, and then he was knocking on the door, but I kept ignoring him. But he kept going and was saying things like, 'Do you want to have sex and can I join you? You are current.'"
Oh, let's see.
He just carried on doing it and I shouted for him to get out, but he just kept saying stuff like that.
So he's a crazy person.
I was trapped in there. I couldn't get out because I would have had to walk past him, so I messaged the SWAT police page on link Facebook. You
messaged the police. Why didn't you just call them? You were so traumatized you jumped on Facebook instead of calling 999. I think it's 999 in Britain.
To tell them what was going on, and I text my partner's mom, who said her boyfriend would come to get me. Safari busy.
Come on. Come on.
Miss Barker says she is now afraid to walk her dog alone at night. Image. Derp.
Okay, no. Come on. It happened once.
Loading.
You're...
Safari busy. Miss Barker says she is now afraid to walk her end of Miss. She told me to stay where I was and not leave the toilet. Then I heard him unzipping his trousers. He had a waterproof jacket on and I could hear the fabric moving.
So he was jacking it. It's a new generation of stupid. Yep.
Safari busy. She was trapped inside the cubicle for about half an hour waiting for help to arrive.
Yeah, because you messaged the cops on Facebook. You didn't fucking call them. Jesus Christ. I'll just send them a Facebook message. That'll help. Oh my God. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. He was just wanking there menacingly, says Mr. Dax. Yeah. Basically. Let's see here. So we're going to move on to our next story. Let's take a look here at this article. Come on. Come on, Safari. Come on. Sorry, I'm trying to get the stupid thing to work here. Trying to switch my tabs. He was wanking, and I just know he was fantasizing about raping me. Which is way worse than being actually raped, says Girl on Pirate Pete. Yep. Do you remember way back? Yeah, do you remember Pink Hollow's? When I first met Pink Hollow, I was going from my dad's place to Pink Hollow's place, and I had to take the bus, and it was stupid late. Here, let me just close this. Oh, perfect. Right to the article I wanted. But I was at the bus station, and I got off the bus, and something just felt wrong. So I called my buddy, who's like more like a brother to me, and I was like, "Hey, are you still at Pink Hollow's place?" Because Pink Hollow's place was very close to the bus station. And he's like, "Yeah." I'm actually just about to head home. And I said, can you please come down here to the terminal and pick me up and walk me back to Pinkala's house, because I was gonna be stuck waiting an hour for the bus that would take me down there. So he hurried over, and he's walking by these guys who are talking about the blind girl down there at the other end of the platform and how they should take her back to their place and have some fun. Now, blind people aren't exactly a dime a dozen in our city, especially at 11 o'clock at night. Most blind people cabot or get rides and whatever, especially near midnight. They don't generally take the bus. So I was the only one there that they could possibly have been talking about. So my buddy comes hurrying up to me and he's like, let's go right now. Don't ask me questions, just let's go. And he grabs me by the arm and we start walking. And these brilliant people start following us. Now, my buddy is like 6'2", and he's about 300 pounds, and he's this big ginger newfie, right? So these brilliant people decide, let's follow this giant guy. And they decided they follow us. That we get to a corner store, and my buddy, he goes, okay, stop here. They're following us. If I tell you to, get your ass in that store. Don't ask questions. Just go in that store and wait for me. If you have to, tell them to call the cops. But if I tell you to, get in that store. And he turns around and he very calmly, he doesn't raise his voice, nothing. He just turns around, he looks at these guys, and he sees one of them pulling out a knife, actually. And he turns to them and he says, if any of you come any closer, I will fucking, he says something like, I will kick your ass. And he doesn't yell. He doesn't, he's just deadpan. He's like, I will kick your ass. I swear to God. And thankfully they turn around and they book it home, or they not home, but they book it out of there, and we get back to Pinkala's place. But yeah, oh, that's true. Pinkala says, I think Dana was starting to tilt over 400 pounds at that point. Yeah, he was, because he was doing a lot of sitting around. I still say you guys should have let them follow you back to the house. There were 10 other big guys in there. It would have been funny. Yeah, because we got back to the house and we told them, and they all put down their controllers, and they're like, what? Where? Where are these fuckers? Right? They were ready to go on the warpath, right? So it was, but I wasn't traumatized, right? I wasn't like, I don't want to go out anymore. Oh my God. I was, I listened to my gut. I called for help and I got out of there. It's just, I don't understand why women, first of all, women sit there and go, we're women, we're equal, we're just as strong as men. And then shit like this happen, and they're like, I'm traumatized, I can't walk my dog by myself anymore. Oh my God, I don't know what to do? It's like, okay, pick one. You sniveling hypocrite. Just pick one. So, here we go. This article is headlined, "Climate Change is Making Americans Mentally Ill." This article was written by Captain Obvious. Survey finds that 23% of respondents are very worried about global warming. Oh my God. Okay. Let's take a look at this article. Let's see here.
According to a report by Link, Agence France Presse.
Again, the French.
Link, Agence France Presse. Black. Climate change.
Agence
France Presse.
France Presse.
Climate change is becoming such an issue that it's beginning to take a toll on human psyches.
Well, maybe if you would stop freaking people out, this wouldn't be happening.
Special link. Ditch the fake. Special link. Ditch the fake news equals.
Oh God.
Heading level 2. Rhode Island residents Kate and Rhode Island residents Kate Shapiro and her husband have opted to abstain from having children because they are so worried about the condition of the earth in the coming years.
Wow. Okay then.
Shapiro, 40, a senior English lecturer at Brown University, says the decision stemmed from her responsibility to the world to shrink down to the size of one person.
Her responsibility to the what?
Shapiro, 40, a senior English lecturer at Brown University, says the decision stemmed from her responsibility to the world to shrink down to the size of one person.
Her responsibility to the world to shrink down to just one person. What does that even mean? And you're an English lecturer, senior English lecturer at Brown. What'd you do? Walk in the door?
And that isn't all. She also decided that she and her husband will no longer fly because the problem is so much greater than what other people assume it to be.
She decided that, huh? Did her poor husband have any decision in this arbitrary decision-making process? Or did you just one day come home and go, honey, we're no longer flying? Let's see. All the mental health issues couldn't possibly be due to the climate alarmism causing people undue stress. No, couldn't possibly be that, maniac man.
The lecturer says that she was even moved to set up a climate anxiety booth in Providence, Rhode Island's public arena, so that people can receive climate anxiety counseling.
Climate anxiety counseling. First of all, you're an English teacher. What the fuck do you know about counseling? Second of all, climate anxiety? Holy Christ, first world problems. Jesus.
Lisa Van Susteren, a Washington psychiatrist, says that she is concerned that society discounting climate change's mental health implications is problematic. Your third party.
Wait.
Lisa Van Susteren, a Washington psychiatrist, says that she is concerned that society discounting climate change's mental health implications is problematic.
Society discounting climate change's mental health implications is problematic, huh? I'm very okay.
Third party, I actually have no hesitation in saying that on some level, I believe that everyone now has some climate anxiety, Van Susteren says.
And your degree is from where, doctor? Because I think you should go back and refund and ask for a refund. Counseling, you say, sounds profitable. Yeah. Making excuses for something they caused to happen. How surprising. Yep.
Alicia Cannon, an environmental lobbyist, says that she personally suffers from climate anxiety.
Do you? Notice it's women. It's women that are suffering from climate anxiety. Why is that? Okay, time for the 1 hour 45 minutes to London. Alrighty then. But yeah, why is it always women that are suffering from climate anxiety? I don't get it.
I think a lot of people that work in climate feel some kind of climate anxiety because it's such a large-scale issue and it's overwhelming, and you feel that it's overwhelming because of helplessness, she says. You are currently
Working in climate. What does that mean? Working in climate. Because you're nuts. This is all you need. Yeah.
Heading level 3. Oh boy. The report states that a new survey conducted earlier this year by Yale and George Mason universities found that 23% of respondents are very worried about global warming and its impacts on society, and at least 60% of respondents reported being somewhat worried about global warming.
Because all they hear is that the Earth is going to explode and it's our fault. That's why.
Anthony Liserowitz, who is director of Yale University's program on climate change communication, says all Americans are concerned with climate change, not just privileged elites.
Really? Do you read the minds of all Americans? That's interesting.
The common wisdom is that only upper middle class, white, well-educated, latte-sipping liberals care about climate change, Liserowitz says. Turns out that's not true.
Well, that was an incredibly racist thing to say.
Link. Read more. Link.
Oh, and that's how they've ended that article, apparently. With an incredibly racist statement. Well done. Well done. Well, guys, we have like 5 stories left, but my voice is running out of voice, basically. So let's jump to our science story, and I will save the other ones for call-in day tomorrow. I've been hearing for the last 20 years that we only have 10 years left, says Green Badger. Yeah. Dang it, says Check Your Logic. Oh, you missed most of the stream. So let's see here. 90 million year old comma shrimp fossil sheds new light on modern species. Tiny, well-preserved fossils discovered in South America reveal oldest known relative of species that still thrives today. That's pretty cool. So let's take a look at this.
The discovery of hundreds of finely preserved 90 million-year-old fossils in South America has revealed the oldest direct ancestor of the comma shrimp, a species that is still common today.
Cool. I thought you were about to end it. I've got about 5 minutes. Yeah, call-in days tomorrow.
Comma shrimp are small, delicate crustaceans with one of the poorest fossil records among marine arthropods, which is shocking as they are abundant today and live in soft sediments with good fossilization potential, said the study's lead author, Javier Luque, who conducted the research as a PhD candidate at the University of Alberta with colleagues from Yale University and the Smithsonian Tropical Research Institute.
That's cool. So even a shrimp, how exciting. Let's see. Fry them up, says all you need. Punctuation crustacean. Let's see.
The excellent condition of the shrimp fossils, named for their resemblance to the punctuation mark, allowed paleontologists to discern eyes, antennae, mouth parts, and even fine hairs, and create a 3D reconstruction of what the creatures might have looked like while alive.
That's pretty cool. Just from a fossil, they were able to do that. That is awesome. Technology is so fucking awesome these days for science. Because you can look at these fossils and you can 3D map them. That is incredible.
Frame. The exceptional details in the well-preserved comma shrimp fossils allowed researchers to create this 3D reconstruction. Video, Alex Duca and Musto Hattori. Frame.
Let's see.
Link. Photo image. YouTube video player. Link. Heading left. Subscribe to check. Subscribe. End of. Link. Paleontologists discover oldest relative of modern comma shrimp. Watch later as blind. Watch. Share. Play. End of. YouTube video play. Button. Press YouTube video.
So, let's see.
Mute. Button. Mute. Pause.
So it's just, I think it's just, there's not going to be any sound. But yeah, they're just showing up I think they're showing the fossils that they found. This is so cool to, like, I wish I could see this stuff. When we did science in high school and we got to look at the microscopes, I always got really jealous because people could, take a look at different slides under the microscope and see what different microbes looked like. And I was always really interested in that stuff.
Replay button out of
so
the exceptional details in the exceptional details in the well-preserved comma shrimp fossils allowed researchers to create this 3D link. Sarah Gurka, co-author and professor at the link University of Alaska Anchorage. This left them in truly stunning condition. Heading level 3, marine fossils in the mountains. The scarcity of the fossils is partly due to where they lived, a shallow inner sea that ran through what is now the uplifted Andes Mountains.
Okay, so when the continental plates came, it's a 3D model of the shrimp they found. Okay, yeah.
Exceptionally preserved fossils provide a crucial glimpse into the Earth's past, explained Luke Kay, who is now a postdoctoral associate at Yale. Deposits like this are widely known from mid to high latitudes, but very few from modern tropical latitudes. This new fossil assemblage is the first of its kind in North and South America, and we hope it will become a reference for tropical paleontology in the region.
So that's cool. I find that really interesting. There was actually a plan for making tactile feedback from a scanning microscope. Oh, that would have been cool. Like, I would love to get my hands on 3D models of microbes and stuff like that, just to see what they look like.
The find follows on the heels of Luke's discovery earlier this year of a link chimera or platypus crab, incorporating the features of many different marine arthropods. Both of these species are the first of a trove of fossils we are still exploring to understand the species preserved here and the processes that allowed their fossilization, said Luke Kay.
Wow, he's made quite a few discoveries then. That's pretty awesome.
It will give us a closer glimpse into the tropics past, and we hope our discoveries will open new avenues for the study of exceptional preservation in past and present tropical settings. The study. Link. Exceptional preservation of comma shrimp from a mid-Cretaceous lagerstraat of Colombia, and the origins of crown Cumacia. Comma was published in Proceedings of the Royal Society B. Heading level 2. Link. Read more stories.
And that is that story, guys. I hope you guys I hope you guys enjoyed that. I like to try and find different types of sciencey stuff, not just space, because I know some of you guys like the biological stuff and the paleontological stuff. So I try and and vary up the science articles, just so it's not, one branch. So I've got a couple of articles left over that I didn't cover today, that we will save for tomorrow. Remember, I listen to anything as long as Blind Press is streaming. Oh, thanks, man. Let's see. Wait. Soon enough, 3D printers will be cheap enough for you to finally have a look at some of these things. That's true. That is very true. I would love a 3D printer. I would just be sitting there printing images off the internet. What does this look like, print? That's totally that's totally what I would do. Pinkala would be like, God damn it, stop printing all this shit. Where are we gonna put it all? But well, guys, I really do appreciate you guys watching and listening. I do wish you guys a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a great day. Have some good food. That's cool. It's cool, LOL. Yeah. But I hope you guys all have a fantastic Thanksgiving. I hope your food is good and your family time is not aggravating and stressful. I hope everyone will come back for call-in day tomorrow. Get your mics ready. Get your phones and computers ready. We're going to have some fun. I hope everyone, like I said, has a great Thanksgiving. Stay safe, stay happy, stay full. Have a great one, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow for call-in day, all right? Thanks for watching.